Here are 5 symptoms of ADHD in women and girls, part 2. If you haven't already checked out part 1, go there right now. Number 1, ADHD paralysis, aka executive dysfunction. As I mentioned in the last video, a lot of times women internalize our symptoms of ADHD and it comes across as chronic overwhelm. So when you're chronically overwhelmed, you're not able to function like most people do. So while you may see people sitting on the couch and scrolling their phone, you don't see what's happening on the inside. Internally, we have plans to do the thing, we are wanting to do the thing, but we just cannot get up and do the thing because we are paralyzed in overwhelm. Our brains are going, get up, get up, get up, why can't you do this? What's wrong with you? Why are you so lazy? So on the outside, we're scrolling on our phone, while on the inside, we are completely paralyzed. Number 2, being excessively chatty. So for a lot of boys and some girls, hyperactivity can come across as bouncing off the walls, but for a lot of girls and women, it comes across as being overly chatty and hyperactive verbally. For a lot of girls and women, our brains are very hyperactive, and that comes across as interrupting in conversations because if we don't get it out right now, we're going to forget it because we're on to the next thing so quickly. This is where a little bit of the squirreliness comes in because we can change topics 20 times in 1 minute because our brain just keeps going. We're often so excited to tell a story and relate to someone that we forget the impact of our interrupting on others. Number 3 is poor time management. Even though we worry all day and are overwhelmed about our appointment and not wanting to be late so we don't embarrass ourselves and mask, we are often late because we only thrive on urgency. Because we are so overwhelmed, we leave everything until the last possible minute, often making us late because of careless mistakes. Number 4 is troubles maintaining friendships. There's this thing with ADHD called object permanence, and a lot of people think that it's just losing your keys, say you put them down and you don't remember where they are. It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Well, the same thing can happen to relationships and people. Although we may love someone very much, if we're not seeing them in person, we often forget that they exist. This can make us very bad friends, even though we can adore someone to the ends of the earth. And number 5 is extreme mood swings. When you have ADHD, especially as a woman, you feel things very deeply. And when you experience emotions on such a different level than most of the apparent world, it can be extremely overwhelming. Essentially, we get flooded with feelings of happiness, euphoria, regret, anger, sadness, jealousy. And these feelings can hit almost out of nowhere, which is why a lot of us get misdiagnosed. It can be very hard to control those emotions and we regret it later. Part 3,